Hola y bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí de vuelta con Genshin Impact y hoy nos toca algo bastante especial, y es que ha llegado el momento de completar los encuentros de este juegazo. Como ya sabéis, en esta versión nos han venido dos encuentros nuevos, así que venimos a desbloqueo de misión. Y ahí mismo nos dejará elegir, en este caso, las misiones de Thoma o de Sayu. Hay 6 finales alcanzados, así que de nuevo volvemos aquí a tener algo bastante divertido. Por cierto, de Noel es la única de momento hay 2 actos, ¿vale? El examen y el camino. Así que lo que vamos a hacer es desbloquear literalmente la misión de Thoma. Vamos allá. Nos pide 2 llaves para desbloquear, así que, bueno, pues vamos allá. Gastamos 2 llaves. Ajá, ahí la tenemos. Los quehaceres cotidianos de un amo de llaves. Comenzamos. Ahí está. Y antes de que se me pase, el truquito, ¿vale?, que vamos a hacer ahora es coger y pillar las llaves. Así que venimos a misiones, venimos a misión legendaria y en este caso voy a recoger la llave para tener luego para desbloquear la misión de Sayu. Y bueno, ¿qué puedo deciros? Empieza una de estas partes que tanto molan, así que vamos a hablar con Thoma para conocer un poquito más del nivel en este tipo de misiones. Ya sabéis, los encuentros suelen ser bastante divertidos. ¿Y qué queréis que os diga? Siempre me mola el tema de descubrir más de los personajes. En este caso parece que nuestro primer objetivo es venir ni más ni menos que a la hacienda de Kamisato. Así que vamos allá. Y bueno, empezamos el encuentro. Ya sabéis, 6 finales que tenemos que conseguir alcanzar, importante. Y para ello solo contamos con nuestro ingenio. Así que vamos a ver cómo conseguir cada uno de los finales. Y a ver un poquito qué pasa con nuestro amigo Thoma, que por cierto vendrá en la segunda parte de esta 2.2. Así que muchas ganas tengo yo ya. Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Haven't seen Thoma in a while. Who knows what that guy's working on these days?
Probably something of the utmost importance, as ever. Taking guests out for lavish meals, cleaning up around the house, the usual.
We have people like that to thank for the decline of the samurai spirit in this day and age. If you're just gonna schmooze your way through every problem in life, you might as well put your blade on the scrap heap. It's like everything. Use it or lose it. Also, I heard he's Mondstadt, born and bred. Just saying.
Oh, well, no wonder. What do you think Miss Kamisato even sees in that guy?
Es hora de acabar con esto. Vamos a ir un poco a saco. Aún no te ha dado tiempo, ¿vale?
Sorry, haven't slept too well the last couple of days. Wait, what are you all doing here? Has something happened?
We were just having a little chat on our break. It's time we were going. There's still lots to do. We're busy people, Thoma. You do well to grow a sense of urgency, too.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I'll think about that when my vacation's over. Sorry I'm a little late. Something came up.
Lo hice todo, ¿verdad?
Yep, I sure did. No big deal, though. People like to criticize those who don't fit in. If a little private gossiping helps them let off some steam, well, good for them. It does no harm to the Kamisato clan. Wouldn't you agree?
Lo siento, pero no estoy de acuerdo.
Oh?
No podemos permitir que tu contribución a la comisión Yashiro pase desapercibida.
I'm touched that that's how you see the situation. I don't think we need to go down that route, though. In any case, as a housekeeper, it's hardly my place to get all high and mighty with other staff in the Yashiro Commission. But you're my guest and I live to serve. So if you have any other thoughts on the matter, please do share them with me. I'm willing to give anything you suggest a shot, as long as it's a serious suggestion, of course.
Preguntaré primero en la comisión de Yashiro.
I'll be waiting for you right here. Just come and find me if you need anything.
Vale. ¿Y ustedes? Antes debía ser muy hábil. Toma, experiencia de aventurero, vale. Supongo que serán los guardias que están aquí, ¿no? ¿O no?
You're asking me what I think Thoma could do? He's busy enough as it is, don't you think? I barely see him around here at the commission. And when I do, more often than not, he's busy with the housework. I think he should carry on doing what he's doing. Everyone's got their own way of living, and Thoma's no different.
Creo que antes no estaba tampoco, ahí está, digo, más o menos.
Greetings. Welcome to the Yashiro Commission.
Sobre Thoma.
People have been talking about him behind his back. He does a wonderful job, and always remains modest about it. Huh. I can't figure it out.
Vale, esta tampoco está aquí, así que vamos a preguntar.
Oh, this is going to be a problem.
¿Qué pasa?
Oh, you're Miss Kamisato's friend, aren't you? Basically, something downright awful's happened, and in preparation for the festival next month, we procured some very precious ceremonial implements from another island. But as luck would have it, our ship got hit by strong winds out at sea. The entire shipment is now sitting at the bottom of the ocean.
¿Hay algo que se puede hacer al respecto?
Well, certainly there's no time to go all the way back out there and buy another batch. Our only option is a gentleman based on Narukami Island by the name of Yusaku. But he's a shrewd one. He caught on to the fact that we needed the goods urgently and raised prices sky high. Clearly he wants to take us for every mora we're worth. It's a real dilemma.
Usen el apellido Yashiro para presionarlo.
We've tried, but he just won't budge. It doesn't help that he has something of a feud with the Yashiro Commission. He once sold us some ceremonial implements of exceptionally poor quality. He's resented us ever since. Now that he actually has the chance to get back at us, there's no way he'll back down. The Yashiro Commission doesn't have any direct authority over merchants. We could file a formal complaint, but the process is long and drawn out.
Esto parece un trabajo para Thoma.
Kazumasa and Furusawa have marched off to see him. I really hope the festival goes smoothly.
Bueno. Vamos a hablar con Thoma y a ver qué pasa. ¡Hey, Thoma! Brother.
Oh, that whole situation, huh? I heard a thing or two about it. I was planning on finding some time to sort it out after entertaining you.
¿Tienes alguna solución, Thoma?
It's hard to say for sure. I'd need to talk with the guy first. Since this has piqued your interest, how about we head over there together?
Vamos al lío.
The original plan here was to focus on your enjoyment, not rope you into the trials and tribulations of the Yashiro Commission.
Seguro que resolver problemas contigo es muy entretenido.
Oh, you think so? Well, in that case, I guess I'd better look alive. Well, if that is what you really want, I'd better give this my best shot.
Vale, pues nada. Vale, ahora tenemos que ir a la ciudad, así que vamos a el buen TP y a ver qué pasa. Me está gustando bastante lo que digo, el tema de volver a estas quests. Hacía tiempo que no ponían encuentros, es como las skins, ¿no? Sacaron la primera wave, sacaron la segunda wave, hemos estado un poco bastante tiempo sin wave y demás, y ahora por lo menos viene bien porque nos van a introducir tanto a Thoma como a Sayu, que son Sayu, por ejemplo, apenas de lo poco que hemos visto de ella en la historia, ¿no? Es un personaje que creo que puede estar también bastante interesante y divertido de completar su encargo para conocerla un poquito más. Y bueno, de Thoma, ¿qué puedo decir? Me encanta. A ver qué pasa.
Your asking price just isn't realistic. Hey, what point are you trying to make here, huh?
If the festival gets delayed, don't say we didn't warn you.
Help! I'm being attacked by Yashiro Samurai!
What? Hey, cut that out!
You little... Take it easy, would you? Look, we're not going to harm you, all right?
The Yashiro Commission is forcing me to sell against my will! Doshin! I need a Doshin!
Looks like there's no negotiation to be had here. Come on, let's get out of here.
Wait up.
Is that all they got? Amateurs.
Hello again.
Wait, I know you! Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commission's errand boy, Thoma. Do you know how long the Tenryo Commission locked me up for? And all thanks to you, going...
You almost make it sound like I planted something and framed you.
Bueno,
Those kids were
aquí
defective, you know that, right?
la relación de los personajes es brutal.
Ugh, you're so pedantic. Think how many festivals there are in a given year. Now, take candles, for example. Do you have any idea how many they go through? I could switch half of them out for duds without a single person noticing. I was happily providing you with some much-needed supplies. Not only were you ungrateful, you had the audacity to report me. Well, now the tables have finally turned, and you're begging for my help. Can you really blame me for charging a little extra?
Esto es más que un pequeño extra.
Look, I found out what happened. The commission's shipment ran into a storm and is now lying at the bottom of the ocean. The festival's right around the corner, so postponing it isn't an option. Right now, I'm the only one selling what you
Este tío es muy
need.
vil, ¿eh?
If the festival goes pear-shaped and Guji-ai or the almighty Shogun hears about it, they are not going to be happy. So you might want to consider your position here.
Oh, come on, boss. This is all a little heartless. Besides, aside from the Yashiro Commission, no one else buys ceremonial items. Surely resolving this dispute swiftly is in your interest, too.
Don't give me that. The fact is, you're desperate to buy, and I ain't desperate to sell. The batch I have here can go to waste for all I care. It'd be no great loss.
Looks like we can't come to an agreement then.
Well, I'm glad it's dawning on you. You can either pay up or look like a bunch of idiots when the festival comes around. Your choice. Time's precious, and I've given you a fair slice of mine today. When...
Vale. ¿Y se fue?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that he doesn't intend to discuss this any further. I guess his time in the police station didn't make for happy memories.
Vale, aquí creo que tenemos una opción muy importante entre hablar con la sacerdotisa o la Shogun, así que vamos a elegir primero a la sacerdotisa Yae.
No need. I can't say I think much of the way Yusaku was acting, but ultimately, the issue here lies with the Yashiro Commission. We were the ones who lost the goods, so the responsibility is on us to find a solution. Otherwise, even if we write this out, the Yashiro Commission's reputation will take a huge hit.
Vale.
Let's go. There are a few people I want to introduce you to.
Vale, parece que nos va a introducir aquí a la people. Miedo me da también quién es el amigo de Thoma, pero ahora veremos. Yo digo que es el perrete. Me molaría verlo. No. Vamos allá.
Ah, if it isn't Thoma. I must say I'm surprised to see you. Last I heard, you were in Rito. Then you just vanished into... who's the new face?
A friend.
Friend? What, line of work?
They're not a connection, if that's what you're thinking. Just a regular friend. No vested interest here. I originally wanted to take him out for some downtime, but we've ended up mired in commission-related complications.
Okay, I see. My mistake. So, what's the situation today, then? I only ever see you when you need something.
Well, I remember the last time we spoke, you were grumbling about a lack of iron ore. Have you made any progress on that front?
Why? You got any supplier recommendations? You're a little out of the loop, my friend. We increased our bid price a while back. Soon after, we found plenty of sellers were pulling out all the stops to import stock from wherever they could get a hold of it. I heard some people were so eager to get in on the action that they even took out loans to get ahead of the competition. If you were hoping to enter the bidding now, I'm afraid you're a little late to the party.
Sounds like now you have the opposite problem. More iron ore than you know what to do with.
That's right. We're going to have to select a few sellers from the pool. There are certain candidates under consideration already, but we're still on the fence.
I see. Well, would you mind if I gave you a couple of tips? As it happens, I'd noticed that shipments of iron ore had recently picked up. I looked into it a little and managed to get a sense of which sellers had the quality stock, which offered competitive prices, and so on.
Huh, you don't say. All right then. Here's the list of sellers. Give me your thoughts.
These two are veterans of the business. Regular sales, quality stock. but their price is a little steep. I think you could talk them down, though. I'd say this one sprung up out of nowhere recently in Rito. Their approach is high volume, small profit margins. The quality's not too bad, but there's always a few duds, so you'd need to inspect the goods thoroughly upon receipt. This one grabbed a loan and leapt straight onto the bandwagon. In their haste, I fear they may have ended up with the mixed bag as far as quality is concerned. Given that their price isn't particularly competitive either, I wouldn't...
Wait, I know this name. Yes.
To be completely upfront, this is really quite important to me, so your help in this regard would be greatly appreciated.
Don't mention it. It's no skin off my back. There is something I hope you could do for me in return, though. Recently, several of our deliveries of iron ore have been getting stolen. Is there anything you can do to help? It's the worst on the road between Konda Village and Inazuma City. Something always seems to happen along that stretch.
No problem. We'll be back before you know it.
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
I guess you have a few questions. I'll explain everything later. But
Vale. Pues nada, parece que toca entregar las mercancías. Pero bueno, todo esto ya sabéis que con cada final pues iremos pillando protogemitas, que también van muy bien para, lo que digo, conseguir deseos. En mi caso voy a estar ahorrando bastante porque al Tartas, que es el que está ahora mismo, pues la verdad que ya lo tengo. Y además no es que lo tenga y ya está, es que lo tengo con C1. Y realmente estuve pensando en tirar, pero Thoma, que es el personaje que estamos ahora haciendo su misión, es el que a mí más me interesa de 4 estrellas, porque es un personaje que me gusta mucho su diseño y quiero tenerlo sí o sí. Así que probablemente le tire al banner de Jutao con objetivo de que por favor no me salga Jutao, me salga cualquier personaje de los 5 iniciales. Y así cuando luego salga Itou poder tirar a un personaje que sí que me parece fantástico, no lo siguiente. Así que vamos a ver si hay suerte y con eso no la lío mucho, pero bueno, de momento lo que digo, hasta ahora unos días ahorrando deseos, que eso siempre viene bien. Para nuestro amigo, en este caso, Thoma, que ojalá lo que digo lo pueda conseguir. Vale, aquí parece que tenemos un problemita, ¿no? Vamos a acabar con el Sirichul rápido. ¿Qué ha pasado aquí?
Man, this hurts. Those monsters came out of nowhere. Thank you both for your help.
hi there. Yasutake commissioned us to come and assist.
Wonderful. I was starting to think I'd never get this iron ore to its destination. So do I owe you anything for this?
Nope, this is between us and Yasutake. He's the one you should be thanking, if anyone. All right, let's do this.
Vale. Vale, parece que hay que llevar las mercancías, ¿no?
Careful. There could be more monsters to come. Useless. Okay, almost there now. One final push.
Vamos a romper la barrera.
Worthless.
Y ahora cuando aparezcan los monstruos, pues a tiro limpio.
Freeze to the core. Beg for mercy. Shudder. Beg for mercy. Boring.
Vale. Volvemos a la escolta.
All right. I think we could leave the goods here.
Many thanks. There were so many monsters I didn't even see where they came from. It was a dicey situation.
Bueno, aquí está Thoma para salvar el día.
The route should be safe from here on out. We'll be heading off.
Sure thing. Again, My thanks to both of you.
All in a day's work. Come on.
Vale. Vale, de nuevo ahora tenemos que hacer el TP, así que vamos al mapa. Y vamos allá. Ok, pues hora de continuar. Vamos a venir por aquí corriendo, ya sabéis.
Worry no more, good sir. Your goods have been safely delivered.
Good to know. As for the issue you needed my help with, I have someone on the case. You can expect a resolution very shortly. You always seem to be cleaning up for other people behind the scenes. Must keep you pretty busy. Seems to eat up all your personal time, too. Speaking of, I'm going to need your help again in a few days' time. There's a meeting coming up, and several trade associations will be fighting tooth and nail over the chance to make a profit. You'll have to mediate on this one.
Ah, that rings a bell. Not a problem. I'll be there.
Oh, one other thing. I heard Sakai gave our guy a loan a while back.
Huh, is that so? It sounds like I should go talk to him then. Thanks again for all your help. Much.
Think nothing of it. Goodbye for now.
Vale.
Okay, this problem is halfway solved.
¿Ese quién era?
That was the quartermaster of the Tenryo Commission. He's in charge of all of their procurement, and also responsible for keeping their weapon supplies. Making weapons involves purchasing raw materials, so he's the key decision maker in all the related trade in iron ore. The iron ore trade is actually what I was discussing with him just now.
¿Pero qué tiene eso que ver con los asuntos ceremoniales, Thoma?
On the surface, not a whole lot, I'll admit, but you'll see very shortly. But before that, time to go visit another old friend of mine.
Vale. Vamos a tener que ir a ver a Sakai ahora, ¿no? Pues vamos allá. A ver, mola porque han usado a Thoma para, de alguna manera, ¿no? Un poco volver con el tema de las comisiones y demás, explicarnos un poquito, presentarnos personajes. Eso a mí, por ejemplo, me parece bastante divertido y me parece correcto que lo hagan. Pero espero que haya algo de acción. Es que, macho, de verdad, o sea, os lo digo, la de Bennett, por ejemplo, me moló desde el principio a fin. Y el resto de encuentros no han sido tan divertidos. A lo mejor son mucha conversación, maneras de conocer lore, pero ojo,
Yasutake sent someone over
se queda
already,
corto
but
en
I'm
cuanto a
telling you,
acciones.
Thoma, I just don't know if it's feasible.
Really? Why? Is there a problem?
You betcha. The guy owes me Mora, for sure, but there's a long repayment period on that loan. If I go hounding him for Mora now, that makes me the bad guy.
But as I recall, the only reason he was entitled to such a long period was because at the outset, he had a business relationship with the Yashiro Commission. So, if we sever ties with him, surely he'd have to pay you back right away.
In principle, that's how it works, but I'd still be the one who has to take all the flack. I'm just a small timer, you know? People like me need stability and security, not to go rocking the boat.
Come on now, let's work something out. Weren't you after some Noctiluctus jade last time we spoke? We can put our heads together and get a hold of some for you.
Well, Noctilucus jade would be good for starters, but...
For starters, I'd say that's plenty for now. You don't want to go biting off more than you can chew, right?
You... Okay, fine. If you bring me some Noctilucus jade, I'll get my hands dirty for you.
Great. All right, let's go and find some.
Bueno. Vamos a informar a Sakai.
Okay, is this enough?
Plenty. Leave the rest to me. I promise you'll be satisfied customer. You know, Thoma, you haven't changed one bit. Same mindset, same style of working. I sure hope the two of us never get into a conflict. Fingers crossed our cooperation will stay happy and healthy.
Don't you worry. Unless you've got plans to cause trouble for the Yashiro Commission, the future looks bright for all our future dealings.
That's good to hear. Okay, I'll be seeing you folks.
¿Por qué tengo la impresión de que habla entre líneas?
Don't worry. People whose attention is always focused on other people's weaknesses tend to expose their own weaknesses pretty easily. Let's head back to the Yashiro Commission headquarters.
Vale. Esto es usar el TP, ¿no? Ahora mismo, básicamente. Vamos allá, mapa. Y venimos aquí. Ahí estamos. Pues ya lo veis, Genshin Impact, encuentros, nueva oleada de misioncitas, madre mía. Lo malo, que esta versión, como no llenen con algún evento tocho y largo, realmente es lo que digo, de contenido ya no trae tanto como las anteriores. O sea, nos han acostumbrado yo creo que algo guay para un MMO, pero aquí ya empieza a cortarse un poquito el contenido otra vez. Espero que no volvamos a lo de algunas versiones de la 1.0, como la 1.5 o 1.6, que eran casi inexistente la historia, pero bueno.
We could try asking him nicely. Maybe he'd have a change of heart.
I highly doubt that would work. And again, since we don't have any other options, we might as well give it a try.
But the samurai spirit...
We serve the head of the clan. If the clan is in trouble, we must bear whatever humiliation comes our way to resolve the situation. This, too, is the samurai spirit.
Is anyone there?
Huh? What's he doing here?
He must be here to make fun of us.
There's nothing we can do about it. Brace yourself. I apologize.
I apologize.
Huh?
I apologize. Forgive me. I'll sell to you at the original price. No, what am I saying? Make that half price.
What's going on here?
Thoma? Thoma, are you here? I was completely in the wrong. However much you need, I'll sell it to you. I've got a warehouse full of stock, too.
And without any duds this time, I assume?
None whatsoever. I'll stake my whole reputation on it. No fakes, no defects. Please, this is my whole livelihood. Don't
Le ha
cut me
fastidiado,
off.
crack.
Since you've promised not to sneak in any fakes this time around, go ahead with the shipment. Once we've inspected the goods, and if all's in order, I'm sure whatever problems you're presently facing will quickly disappear.
Okay, I'll deliver the goods right away. Right away, I promise.
You see what I mean? Getting things settled as soon as possible is in everyone's best interest. All right, with that taken care of, let's get out of here.
Why was he apologizing to Thoma?
What's going on here? Hey, Thoma. That's strange. Where'd he go? He was right here a second ago.
Encuentras a Thoma limpiando el pasillo.
Okay, the floors are done. Next, I need to dust down the railings. I only took one day off, but look how much dust has gathered. This is what I mean when I say cleaning is a daily chore.
¿Qué pasó exactamente?
You remember what he said, don't you? His goods could go unsold and it wouldn't bother him. So, the solution in this case was to cut off his main line of business and make him really feel the heat. The Yashiro Commission doesn't have the authority to meddle in the business world, but as it happened, I knew a few of his major customers, so I sorted it out privately.
Vale, no
When
quiero ser
he
enemigo de este
realized
pavo,
he
bro.
couldn't shift his product, had no source of revenue, and wouldn't be able to pay off his loan, he suddenly felt the pressure. Then I just had to make sure he caught wind of what the cause of his problems was, so he'd seek us out to make an apology. It's no big deal. I've dealt with plenty of situations like this in the past.
Vale.
I know you'd like people to look up to me more, but it doesn't bother me all that much. I'm just the housekeeper of the Kamisato clan. Reputation isn't all that important to me. On the contrary, having too good of a reputation can be restrictive. You feel indignant for my sake when you hear people spreading gossip about me, don't you? That says that in your mind, I'm not the kind of person they say I am. For me, that's enough. All I need is for the people I'm close with to know the real me. Thanks for your help in averting a potential crisis for the Yashiro Commission. I owe you one. I'll have to entertain you again sometime. Ah, plus I didn't get very far with entertaining you this time around, so I guess I owe the both of you.
Bueno, la otra cara del Amo de Llaves, completado. Vamos a guardar. Tenemos la foto en el dispositivo. Y bueno, con esto hemos terminado, en este caso, uno de los finales, ¿no? de este evento tan divertido. Así que ya sabéis, venimos un poquito a misiones. Vamos a misión legendaria, venimos aquí. Y en Thoma, pues vamos a, en este caso, venir aquí para ver un poquito el final y cómo van las cosas, ¿vale? Como podéis ver por aquí, vemos que hay varios caminos y demás, ¿vale? Un amigo y demás, hasta aquí va súper bien, ¿vale? O sea, esta es hemos hecho la opción más larga, supongo. Aquí estarán todos los desvíos, seguro, ¿vale? O sea, hay que ir otra vez a lo de criticando sus espaldas y dar con la otra opción. Así que vamos un poquito a marcar aquí y vamos a continuar la historia. Vale. Pues nada, parece que tenemos que reunirnos por aquí, así que vamos allá.
Haven't seen Thoma in a while. We have people like also.
Oh, well, no wonder. What do you think Miss Kamisato
Ahora
even
te lo
sees in
marca,
that guy?
dejémoslo en paz. Ahora la han hecho mucho más fácil.
Sorry. Wait, what are you...
We're busy.
Well, sorry I'm a little late. Something came up.
Lo viste todo, ¿verdad?
No big deal, though. If a little pride... Wouldn't
Vale,
you
esto lo
agree?
hemos visto antes. Estoy de acuerdo que digan lo que quieran.
Exact. Today, it's time for a hard-earned rest. There's been so much to deal with since I got out of Komori Tea House. There's too much going on here. Let's find somewhere more peaceful to discuss the plan for the day. You're still my guest after all, and I'd like to hear your ideas.
Vale, esto es la opción guay.
If there's anything you wish for.
Vamos a hablar con él de la hospitalidad.
I keep thinking, since I'm the host here, we ought to do something you'll enjoy.
Oh.
But despite that, I still haven't got a clear plan on where to take you. So, what do you usually prefer? Indoor or outdoor activities?
Vale, aquí obviamente es una decisión importante, así que vamos a decir, por ejemplo, quedémonos adentro para
Sounds like
esta
a
primera
plan.
opción.
I don't really feel like spending my day running all over the place either. In which case, let's head to Komori Tea House. There's nowhere better to sit and chat quietly with a pot of tea. I'll head over there right now and get a few things prepared. Come and join me when you're ready.
Vale. Ok, pues parece que esta conversación es bastante fácil, esta parte del encuentro. Ya hemos conseguido una variante, así que ahora literal lo que tenemos que hacer es coger y venir aquí, en este caso, a la casa del té. Como podéis ver, me gusta bastante porque está bastante sencillito ahora mismo con la nueva actualización y como lo han hecho, ya que te marca las opciones que has tocado antes. Por tanto, el descubrir los finales realmente va a ser mucho más sencillo que toda la vida. Así que está guay por ese punto. Vamos a aprovechar un poquito, ¿no?, lo que digo, para completar todo esto, like a vos. Y madre mía, a ver un poquito cómo va todo. Vale, a casa de té. Y a ver qué pasa ahí dentro. Supongo que con los otros exteriores es donde vamos a vivir las verdaderas aventuras, pero bueno. Por cierto. Espera. ¡Hey!
Oh, welcome. It must have been a while since you were last here. Since it's about time to eat, I couldn't resist whipping up a little something for us. So please, help yourself. I hope you enjoy it. And I can't claim to compete with the likes of Ouya Restaurant Chef, but I think I did all right. What's wrong? You look shocked.
Pensé que solo sabías cocinar como en el juego del shabu shabu.
Whoa, there's been a misunderstanding. I admit, I may have added a few weird things to that hot pot, but it was just a game. For normal meals, I cook normal dishes. I am a housekeeper after all. Wouldn't have gotten very far without a few culinary skills. Anyway, please dig in. I won't get the chance to cook for you like this every day.
Pues nada, nos hemos comido toda la mesa, ¿no?
Well, seems like my cooking has your seal of approval.
Está delicioso.
You're welcome. When you're out adventuring on your own, you've got to maintain your quality of life. Take your cape, for example. I definitely see one or two loose threads there. If you ignore them, sooner or later the whole seam is going to come undone. Let me sew it up for you later. I'm pretty handy with the needle and thread. Speaking of housekeeping, I can say with confidence that you won't find anyone as handy around the home as I am. Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. You can always feel free to hand me jobs like this.
Ya veo.
What is it?
Puedes dar clases de la economía doméstica en la comisión Yashiro.
Wait, you're suggesting I teach housekeeping to the Yashiro Commission staff? I'm not sure it would work. I doubt anyone would sign up for that class. I just don't think it's realistic to change people's perception of me just by showcasing my housekeeping skills. With that being said, finding an opportunity to share some housekeeping wisdom with the Yashiro Commission would... Life maintenance is important. You have to look after yourself if you're going to bring your best self to your work. You know what? Let's give it a try. But first, how do you think I should promote it?
Definitivamente hay que promoverlo con bombo y platillo.
You think so? If I'm going to end up with a lot of students, I should make sure I have all the supplies I need for the class. Tables and chairs I can sort out easily enough, but I'll need to stock up on materials and ingredients for the textiles and cookery segments.
Yo me encargaré
Are
de
you
eso.
sure? That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see. To start with, I'll be needing lavender melon, fowl, and flour. Once we have all our essentials, we can figure out the next steps. I really hope everything goes smoothly.
Vale. Vale.
Great. That's all the ingredients we need. Time to hit the streets and launch our grand advertising campaign. As it happens, I know someone in town who runs a textiles business. I'm sure she must know lots of people interested in housekeeping. So let's pay her a visit.
Vale. Todo pinta de que tenemos que salir a promocionar esto. Así que vamos a encargarnos de que el arte de Thoma sea conocido por todo Inazuma de la mejor de las maneras, compartiéndolo con nuestros seguidores. Y bueno, espero que os esté gustando lo que digo. La verdad que son misiones que, aunque sean largas, son una muy buena fuente para reunir un montón de protogemas, que eso siempre mola. Y además están bastante guays, así que está la cosa muy top. Pero bueno, fuera de bromas, vamos un poquito a venir por aquí y vamos a ver qué más encontramos.
Useless.
Aparte de una textura que no carga, porque estoy mamadísimo. Hola, Gura. Digo, ¿qué está pasando, bro? Digo, tarda mucho en cargar esto, ¿eh? Es lo que digo, la diferencia de jugar en Play 4 a jugar en Play 5 es brutal en este juego, os lo digo ya.
Hi, Thoma. What brings you here?
No se va a cargar el
Looking to buy
kimono.
some fabric? We have a new batch in. It's a great choice if you're looking to make loungewear.
It sounds interesting. I'll take a look. But the main reason I'm here today, though, is to pick your brain about something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Well, we're thinking of starting a housekeeping class. Problem is, I'm not sure where to go looking for students, so I was wondering if you might help me spread the word. Among other things, I'll be teaching some handy sewing techniques, so providing everything goes smoothly, I'll be needing to buy quite a lot of fabric from your store. Do you think you'd be able to lend a hand?
Of course, it'd be my pleasure. And thank you for support. As it happens, several of my regular customers do have an interest in housekeeping. After I've closed up for the day, I'll go and talk to them for you. The only thing is, I'm not sure there's enough of them for a whole class.
Yuko. So she has an interest in housekeeping?
If I remember correctly, she mentioned in conversation once that she's tried knitting a sweater a few times, but with your housekeeping expertise, I'm sure you'd be able to get her interested.
Great. Thanks for all your help, Miss Ogura. All right, let's go try our luck with Yuko.
Vale, aquí está Yuko.
Honestly, my husband doesn't lift a finger around the house. The moment he's home on his day off, it's shoes off and straight to bed so he can just lie there doing nothing.
Ugh, I have one of those at home as well. I know his work is tiring, but recently I've been really struggling with all the housework. It's starting to give me a backache.
They act like it's our job, just because we do it. But nobody trained us, either.
Hello, ladies. Might I ask which one of you is Yuko?
Well, that would be me. Sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I'm Thoma, the housekeeper for the Yashiro Commission. We're looking to start a housekeeping class at the Commission headquarters. I was just wondering whether that might be something that interests you.
Housekeeping? As a class?
That's right, yes. We'll be teaching a whole bunch of handy housework tips and tricks. Sweeping, mopping, laundry, cookery, that sort of thing. All based on my years of experience as a housekeeper. The class is free, of course. The only cost to you is the materials used during the class.
What do you think?
I think this is suspiciously coincidental.
Well, I'll be straight with you ladies. I believe the classes are free for a limited time only, right, Traveler?
Si fuera por ustedes, aprovecharía esta oportunidad única.
So far, attendance has been a little on the slow side, so we decided to start offering free trial classes. After the trial period comes to an end, and if you're still satisfied with the results, you can book more classes for yourself and complete.
I see. But I have a question. Is this class restricted to women only?
Oh, not at all. It's open to people of all genders and ages. The way I see it, housework comprises an essential set of skills that no one could afford to be without. You've got to know how to look after yourself. Life should come before work, don't you think?
Well said. In that case, I'll bring my husband along. Sounds like he could learn a thing or two from you.
Me too. Oh, and while you're at it, have you thought about asking Nagano? I'm sure older folks like him would have time to attend. The more the merrier, right?
Thank you, Thoma.
All right. I'll see if I can convince the older folks to come along.
Vale, pues parece que ahora tocan los mayores. No está nada mal la cosa, la verdad. Lo que digo, son misiones que son divertidas, nos lo pasamos aquí en grande y la verdad que poca broma, pero está la cosa muy, muy top. Me divierte, me divierte. Aquí está el señor mayor, vamos a hablar con él. Otro que se va a venir también a las clases de Thoma para aprender a ser un verdadero crack. Economía doméstica, la clave de vuestra supervivencia en Genshin.
The older I get, the fewer things I'm able to do. You're very young. Are you quite sure you're up to the task of teaching housekeeping? It's not as easy as you might think.
Thoma es un experto en el tema.
I will do my very best. As housekeeper for the Kamisato clan, I've been honing my craft for a long time now.
Very good, young man. If you're as good as you claim to be, I will encourage everyone I know to attend your classes.
What can I say? We'll be honored to have you in attendance, sir. Well then, that will probably just about do it as far as promotion is concerned. Let's head back to the Yashiro Commission.
Vale, pues volvemos a la Comisión Yashiro. Está aquí al lado, es lo bueno. Así que ya sabéis, el buen TP que nunca falla. Extra, extra. A ver luego qué otras decisiones hay que tomar, ¿no? Lo que digo, me está gustando muchísimo. Lo de los encuentros es algo que al final, pues lo que digo, aparte de las protogemas, es una manera muy buena de ver historias alternativas, de conocer a los protagonistas. Y me ha gustado bastante ese rollo, ¿eh? Siempre ha sido muy divertido y con Thoma está siendo bastante entretenido. Lo que digo, creo que le falta acción, ¿no? Pero bueno, ya veremos si alguna nos enfrentamos a alguien chulo.
I just hope it goes well. Anyway, tonight I'll set up the tables and chairs, then tomorrow we can meet back at the Yashiro Commission. So, what do you think the turnout will be like?
Seguro que muchas.
I sure hope so. We promoted it pretty hard after all. This is the weirdest feeling. Housekeeping has always been something I do alone, but now I'm about to face a class full of students. You'd better show up to class tomorrow.
Vale. Espera hasta el día siguiente, ¿no? Vale, pues venimos aquí. Se supone que con esto ya debería valer porque ya es el día siguiente, ¿no?
Welcome, one and all. This is my first time teaching a housekeeping class, just as I'm sure it's your first time attending one. I'd like to start from the theory, if I may, and talk a little bit about why mastering the discipline of housekeeping is such an—
Quick, come in. Thoma started the class already. Well, of course. No one's ever held a class like this in the past. I saved you a place. Please take a seat.
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set that empowers you to set your life in order. Nowhere are these skills more pertinent than in the context of a marital relationship. In a marriage, the lives of two people become closely intertwined. If you can't look after yourself properly, that burden ends up being shouldered by your partner. This, in turn, will start to take a toll upon the relationship with... Huh? What are you doing here?
What the?
Huh?
I brought him. Didn't you say men can study housekeeping too?
Wipe that look off your face. Aren't you going to greet the teacher?
No, it's...
Darling.
Hello, teacher.
Justicia divina, bro.
For the love of...
Well, hello, and welcome. Now that you're here, I expect you to pay attention and work. Well, let's keep going. Housekeeping is not difficult, per se. To keep up with housework on an ongoing basis, you either have to love everything about it, or you need a few tricks up your sleeve to make
Toma
things
realmente
easier.
habla con estilo.
Excuse me, you over there, focus, please. I like to see active engagement in my lessons. That is, unless some of you are looking to stay behind after...
Vale, aquí está la clase. Ha estado muy guay, ¿eh? Los guardias ahí en plan de ¿qué está pasando, bro? Bueno, aquí está el resumen del curso. Vale. Esto ya lo tenemos. Hemos completado la misión, así que como ya sabéis, toca continuar con el siguiente final. Así que vamos a ello. Y bueno, continuamos en este caso con el tema de abrir lo de Thoma para ver qué finales más podemos desbloquear. Aquí, como podéis ver, creo que es donde más posibilidades se abren. Así que aquí tenemos varias opciones, supongo, para terminar todo esto, ¿no? Vale. Una sería la de extra y la otra esta. Y por aquí parece que tenemos algo diferente, ¿no? Esto serán las dos de fuera, así que vamos un momentito a la de gracias por su hospitalidad y aquí tenemos que buscar desbloquear la otra. Así que hay que ir a la casa de té. Ya sabéis, ahora vamos a buscar marcar las opciones que no habíamos marcado antes para ver un poquito cómo difiere la historia de lo que hemos hecho hasta ahora. Me gusta mucho esto de los encuentros, por lo que digo, es una buena manera de conocer a personajes. Thoma, pues bueno, es que realmente lo que veo aquí tampoco es que estamos viendo que el tío tiene un intelecto brutal, que el tío pues sabe mucho del tema de mantenimiento de casa, ¿no? Es un verdadero crack, fregando, limpiando la casa, nadie la deja tan limpia como él. Es un auténtico amo de llaves. Pero a pesar de eso, lo que digo, me molaría bastante descubrir un poquito más del personaje, de su historia, de su vida, no sé, la verdad que esto de los encuentros están muy divertidos todos, cada uno tiene su estilo, ¿no? Y es una cosa que al final mola mucho porque puedes conocer más el lore del juego, los personajes, y eso siempre está cool, ¿no? Pero bueno, vamos a entrar en la casa de Tecomore y vamos a ver cómo avanza todo. Vale, vamos a hablar con Thoma, ya sabéis, se encuentra en esta habitación.
Oh, well, since it's... So, please, and... I can't... what's wrong? You look shocked. Whoa, I admit,
Este ya hemos visto
for
antes.
normal... Anyway, please.
Vale. Ya sabéis, la comida, y ahora es cuando tenemos que hablar con él.
Seems like my
Gracias
cooking
por tu
has your...
hospitalidad.
You're welcome. When you're out adventuring on your own, take your cape, for example. I definitely...
Esto
If
es lo
you
mismo
ignore
de la
them
otra vez.
sooner... Let me sew it up for you later. Speaking of housekeeping, cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths.
Si esas cosas
You
son
can
tu
always
fuerte,
feel-
ahora sí que
What
cambia.
is it?
Así podrías empezar a ganar respeto.
Wait, you're suggesting I teach housekeeping to the Yashiro Commission staff? I'm not sure it would work. I doubt anyone would sign up for that class. I just don't think it's realistic to change people's perception of me just by showcasing my housekeeping skills. With that being said, finding an opportunity to share some housekeeping... life maintenance is important. You know what? Let's give it a...
Anunciamos solo en la comisión Yashiro.
All right, then. If we're only opening this up to the Yashiro Commission, tables and chairs I can sort out easily enough. Let's start by asking...
Vale. Bueno, parece que ahora tenemos que promocionarlo. De momento la cosa parece que vamos igual, ¿no? por lo que estoy viendo. O sea, no sé. Vamos a ver un poquito cómo se desarrollan ahora los acontecimientos. Hemos elegido variantes o vertientes diferentes. Eso está guay. Pero, ojito, aquí hay que entender que hasta el final pasan cosas. Así que, a ver cómo va esto. Vale, hay que ir a la comisión, ¿no? Directamente. Mapa. Me encanta cuando el juego peta así, porque sí. Literalmente le ha petado, o sea... Madre mía. Es lo que tiene, lo que digo, Play 4 cada vez se nota más, ¿no? Que le cuesta con cada actualización. Lo empecé a notar con la 2.1. La 2.0 iba bastante fina, pero la 2.1 ya hay cosas que me tiran mucho. Y esta, pues, os lo digo, a veces las pantallas de carga me están tardando bastante, ¿eh? Vamos a ver qué pasa por aquí. ¡Ey! Vale, ahora vamos a hablar con los guardias de la economía, ¿no?
You know, since it's Thoma teaching, I'd definitely be up for going. Unfortunately, I have quite a lot going on over the next couple of days. But could I...
Oh, no problem at all.
Thanks, Thoma. Also, this isn't really my place, but if you're starting a housekeeping class, haven't you thought about asking Furuta? As the Kamisato clan's butler, I'm sure she'd know a lot about housekeeping.
Vamos a preguntarle.
Sure. Let's go pay her a visit. Let's hope this...
Toma aquí se está preocupando, no sé por qué. A ver. Creo que se está aquí, ¿no? Fruta. Hola.
Ah, Thoma, and a guest. This is a rare combination. Has something happened?
Oh, not at all. We were just thinking of starting a housekeeping class.
A housekeeping class? How wonderful! Do you know, I've always wanted to have Koharu learn from you. Oh, finally the time has come. I'm guessing you intend to open the class up to the whole Yashiro Commission? Not just housekeeping staff and servants, right? In which case, why don't you do a big spring clean of the commission itself? Seeing is believing, after all. You could spend a long time trying to convince them with words alone, or you could let them see you in action with their own eyes.
Pues me parece una muy buena idea.
I like Furuta's suggestion. And in which case, heck, why not? Let's showcase the appeal of housekeeping for all in the Yashiro Commission to see. Let's get started.
Pues nada.
Go as planned!
Ah, podemos probar, toma.
And the flowers will really flourish now that the weeds are gone.
Aquí hay más.
Don't get too close. Ha! Ha! Ha!
¿Qué me falta?
Thoma is as enthusiastic as ever.
Algo ha fallado ahí. Perdonadme, pero algo ha fallado.
Thoma has something.
Oh, not at all.
A housekeep. I'm guessing. In which case, seeing is believing. After all, you could spend a long.
I like Furuta. In which case, let's get started.
Vale.
What's this all about?
And the flowers will really flourish now that the weeds are gone. While we're here, though, we should water the trees.
Vale, me ha fallado el tiempo. A ver. Creo que es que literal.
Not at all.
Vale.
A housekeeper. I'm guessing. In which case, seeing is believing.
I like fruit.
Vale, creo que lo he pillado. A ver, es que está súper mal explicada esta parte, o sea, de verdad, no... A ver, se supone que tenemos que quitar primero los hierbajos, ¿vale? O sea, los hierbajos que nos hagan indicados aquí, en plan, por ejemplo este. Venimos aquí, quitamos este, ¿no? Vale, ahora quitamos este y finalmente este, vale. Desafío de riego. Pegamos por aquí. Pegamos por aquí. Y regamos por aquí. Ahí estamos. No sé qué tal habrá sido esto, pero guau.
The whole Yashiro commission looks as good as new. We had a lot of spectators, huh? I wonder if we managed to get any of them interested. Either way, thanks for your help. I usually handle all of this stuff on my own, but having you join me today was a pretty great experience.
Sin problema.
Well, here's hoping. I'll set out some tables and chairs tonight. I've got no idea how many people will show up tomorrow. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. I'll see you tomorrow.
Vale, pues parece que mañana nos vemos, ¿no? Vale, creo que ahora hemos desbloqueado el logro de amo de casa y parece que hay que esperar de nuevo al día siguiente hasta las 8 o las 12. Así que, como ya sabéis, venimos a la hora y venimos aquí, ponemos las 8:30, por ejemplo, y listo. Lo que digo, perdonad los fails, o sea, literal, ha sido un poco locura, pero es que no sabía bien lo que había que hacer. Creo que es la primera vez que en estas misiones hay algo que no está muy explicado, ¿no? Vamos a ver. Vale, participa en el concurso. Hablamos con Thoma.
Welcome.
Parece que no ha venido mucha gente.
Don't be too upset. This is normal. With things like this, you can't expect to change people's views overnight. Well then, it looks like I'm all yours for this class. I mentioned earlier about sewing up your clothes for you. I also want to take this opportunity to teach you how to knit a sweater. That way, you'll be able to make yourself some warm clothes before the winter comes.
No logré que te den el respeto que te mereces, bro.
The fact that you're so ready to look out for me has already made me very happy. But really, it doesn't bother me at all. Once in a while, someone takes issue with my background, interests, or the nature of my work. People are always going to talk. It's in their nature, and you can't do much to stop them. I don't mind what they say about me. What I care about is the well-being of the Kamisato clan. But that's enough about all that. Come on, grab your needle and let's get knitting. Let's start with the classic stockinette stitch. First, wrap the yarn around, put your thumb on the yarn here, index finger here, and pull it tight.
¿Así?
You learn pretty quick, but you need to pay close attention to this. Exactly, just like that. Now, set yourself a small goal to start with. For example, knit a scarf by the time winter arrives.
Why?
Scarves are always a great choice. When it's finished, you can either wear it yourself or gift it to a friend. Just imagining it warms my heart.
Y bueno, parece que ya tenemos ahí, nos ha enseñado a coser literalmente, así que vamos a guardar. Y bueno, así es como el prota ha viajado y ha aprendido a coser, cosa importante para su vida. Y bueno, vamos con lo siguiente. Y bueno, toca continuar, así que ya sabéis, vamos a venir aquí de nuevo, vamos a venir a misiones. Vamos a abrir el desbloquear misión, vamos a venir a Thoma, vamos ahora a seleccionar la siguiente. En este caso, de aquí ya habríamos hecho los dos caminos, así que esto ya estaría completamente cerrado. Y ahora básicamente aquí vemos que hay dos caminos más y supongo uno de estos tendrá varias opciones, así que tenemos que volver a itinerario acordado. Así que vamos allá y tenemos que hablar con Thoma y en este caso decirle de ir al exterior. Así que vamos a Leo.
I keep thinking, since I'm the host here, we ought to do something, but this... So...
Ahí está, salgamos a dar una vuelta.
You want to go out for a stroll? Perfect. I have a couple of places I was going to recommend. If you like cats and dogs, there's a great place I can take you. I go there pretty much every time I have a day off. You can't help but be in a good mood when you're surrounded by cute animals. Feeling that, we could go downtown if you'd prefer. Narukami Island will be packed right now, so we could go to Rito instead. Back to where we first met. I haven't been there in a long time, actually. Which one are you feeling? It's up to you.
Animalitos. Quiero ver perros y gatos.
I had a feeling you'd pick that one. Nice to know we share the same interest. There's a sakura tree in Hanamizaka where I go to feed them. Let's meet there in a short while. I need to grab a few things, though. Can't go there empty-handed.
Vale. Vale. Vamos a venir aquí y vamos al mapa para hacer el buen TP. En este caso voy a hacer el de aquí, al punto de transporte. Y bueno, vamos a ver un poquito, ¿no?, qué ocurre. Lo que digo, parece que va a ir de ver perritos y gatos. Luego la otra opción es lo de Ritou, así que sabemos están muy claros cómo son los dos desvíos, ¿no? No creo que sea ningún problema. Pero bueno, vamos por si acaso, lo que digo, vamos a ver qué ocurre por aquí y a ver cómo funciona todo esto en Genshin Impact, que la verdad que me está encantando, madre mía. Bueno. ¡Hey!
This is a pretty good spot, right? There are tons of stray cats and dogs here at the outskirts. Every time I come to Komori Tea House, I bring some food for them. It just sort of became a tradition over time. At first, it was a bit of a chore, but the more time I spent with them, the more I came to enjoy it.
Wow, parece que les agradas.
You think so? Well, feed them enough times and I'm sure you'll win their affection too. Not only that, you'll also start to feel that they're your responsibility. Whenever you have any free time, you'll find yourself desperate to come and visit them. Why don't you try feeding them? I brought some of their favorite food just so you could get into their good graces.
Está bien, lo intentaré.
Don't worry, I've trained them to not be aggressive toward humans. They'll still run away if they find someone threatening, but I'm pretty sure they'll like you. You're an approachable person, and they can tell. Animals are very sensitive to these things.
Vale, ahí tenemos el pescado fresco. Alimentar. Ya hablamos con Thoma.
Well, that didn't take long. Look at that. Best buds already. Some of the dogs are even showing their bellies. That's a sign that they really trust you. Well, you'll rarely see Tarumaru roll onto his back, though. He's a ninja dog, so he's always on guard in case an enemy... Speaking of ninja dogs, I actually saw one the other day on the beach north of Konda village.
¿Es normal que haya perros ninja merodeando por el campo?
Well, that's the thing. They rarely go off on their own. After retiring, most ninja dogs are taken in by their partner, or sometimes someone else in the Yashiro Commission will take them in. It's extremely rare to find them on their own in the wild, so it makes me a little concerned.
Lo podríamos adoptar juntos.
Believe me, I wanted to bring it back to the Yashiro Commission, but it wouldn't let me. I tried establishing some trust by petting it on the head, but still, I don't want to give up on it. Nobody really goes out that way, and I don't know what it would have to eat out there.
¿Por qué no vamos a verlo juntos?
That would be great. Even though it's not the most approachable dog, I still want to give it another try. It seems to sit in the same spot on the beach all day, only moving to take a few paces back when the tide comes in. Last time I saw it, its fur was soaking wet. Ultimately, bringing it back to the Yashiro Commission is going to be a lot better for it than leaving it sitting out in the elements all day. Or, we could even bring it back to Komori Tea House to make friends with Tarumaru. Well, let's see if we even get that far.
Vale. Hay que encontrar al perro ninja ahora. Está un poquito lejos. Vamos a ir ahí a un fire. No, creo que está al lado de Ritou, ¿no? Si no me equivoco, me renta más usar el TP. Y llegamos antes, efectivamente. Vamos aquí, a la aldea de Konda. Y a Leo. Me está gustando este encuentro. Creo que es bastante sencillito. Pero oye, el conocer a Thoma, el tema de los gatitos, el tema de lo de las labores de casa, el tema de su vida como amo de llaves, creo que ha sido algo que me ha sorprendido bastante. Me ha gustado muchísimo cómo han estado hablando de todo, cómo se esfuerza por superarse como un crack. Y no sé, creo que es algo bastante importante, ¿no? La verdad que muy top.
Oh, see it? It's that one, just up ahead. Judging by the breed and apparel, it definitely is a ninja dog from the Shimatsuban. It's looking a little more docile today. Shall we try and get closer? Oh, you should stay a few paces behind me. I know it looks calm, but if it gets riled up, it could pounce and bite in an instant.
Vale.
Here, doggy. Good doggy. You hungry, my friend? Oh, you're a vicious little thing, aren't you? Look at you, wasting away. You don't have to come back with us, but come on. A dog's gotta eat, right? You're not worried it's poisoned, are you? Here, I'll take the first bite. See? Delicious and poison-free.
Toma.
Come on, just have a bite. A little tiny bite. And then I'll leave you alone. How's it? Looks like it has zero intention of eating the food we brought. Is it just me, or does it look kind of on edge? Maybe it's something in the sea, or something nearby that's got him on alert.
¿Será por esos monstruos? Los he dicho, leos. Vale.
You think he was attacked by monsters? It's possible. People do tend to lose their appetite in dangerous situations. Maybe it's the same for dogs, too. Let's clear out the area on behalf. Thanks for helping out. This place should be a little more tranquil now.
Bueno, creo que es la ocasión perfecta para pensar que íbamos a probar la toma, pero no. Ya. Ah, que vienen más. Perfecto.
Here come the fireworks!
Vamos allá. Bueno. ¿Qué tal, perrete?
Oh, here, doggy. Look, no more danger. You've gotta want to eat a little something now. Come on, eat up. Then let's get you back to Komori Tea House. Whatever's on your mind, you can tell me and Tarumaru all about it.
Parece que... No, todavía se niega a cooperar.
Rejected again. And there I was, thinking that I was the one it didn't like. I didn't expect it to be so on edge around you, too. Well, to me, this proves that it simply doesn't want to leave this place. For now, let's not force it. Time to head back to the Yashiro Commission headquarters. I'll see if I can find its owner, so they could come and collect it.
Pero es de los Ocelos.
That's right. The Shimatsuban only answered to the Yashiro Commissioner, Kamisato. However, I was talking to Commissioner Ayato a while back, and he agreed to let me bend the rules in exceptional circumstances. That doesn't mean I can mobilize the Shimatsuban to do my bidding, of course, but I'll be able to get the intel we need, no problem. It's sort of a prerogative I have. Oh, all right, there's a good dog. Calm down. We're not gonna take you away. It's much safer here now, see? We're gonna leave now. Make sure to give yourself a good rest. All right, let's go.
Bueno. Pues nada. Vamos a preguntar por el dueño del perro. Historia de perros, esto me encanta, bros. Vamos a ver de quién puede ser el perrete. Ahí va, teleport. Allá vamos. Es lo que digo, al final cada encuentro poca broma, pero una hora suelen durar mínimo todos, ¿eh? O sea, está bastante entretenido. Lo que digo, este me gusta porque realmente van siendo situaciones que, bueno, pues están divertidas del día a día, ¿no? En este caso. Y Thoma está muy top. Vamos a preguntar, por ejemplo, a Kazuaki.
This ninja dog you speak of, could I trouble you to describe it again for me?
A red Shiba with the scar in its eye, dressed in black stealth wear.
Oh, I think I know. You must be talking about Inu Shosho.
Inu Shosho?
That's right. I'm really surprised that's where you found him.
Perfect. Now that we figured out his identity, we can get his owner to go and collect it. I should add, it's never good to have dogs run away like this. So, shall we go find the owner and see if they have time to fetch him?
I'm sorry, that won't be possible.
Why?
I'm afraid I can't disclose the owner's identity. What I can tell you is they went out to sea on a dangerous mission and he won't be coming back. I had no idea that he hadn't taken Inu Shosho along with him. Seems he decided to face this one alone. I can only assume that Inu Shosho is waiting for his owner to come back, which is why he refuses to move from the beach.
Oh, esto es como la película esta del perrito que va a esperar todos los días hasta a su dueño. ¿Aquí no era o algo así? Me encantó esa peli, de verdad. Wow. ¿Se quedará ahí por siempre?
Did Inu Shosho's owner leave anything behind? You know, any personal items or a Shimatsuban uniform, perhaps.
Most of his possessions disappeared along with the man himself. The only thing I can think of is the kunai he used to train with. Come with me. I'll see if I can find it for you.
Vale.
Ah, yes, the reason this kunai stands out in my memory is because when he first joined the Shumatsuban, he trained it harder than anyone else. To the point, take it. The Shumatsuban will make sure to cover Inu Shosho's daily expenses.
Thank you kindly. Let's just hope Inu Shosho remembers the sense of this kunai. Then again, I'm certain he will. Let's go pay Inu Shosho another visit.
Vale, pues parece que tenemos que volver a por el perrete. Ya sabéis, abrimos el mapa de nuevo y vamos con un nuevo TP a la zona de la aldea de Konda para la playita para ver qué pasa con el perrete. Lo que digo, me está flipando, me está pareciendo muy interesante todo esto, pero al final es lo que digo, hay que tener en cabeza todo el momento lo que está pasando. El pobre perrito pues está solo y bueno, hay que encontrarle un hogar. Es algo que realmente te hace plantearte cosas, ¿no? Imaginaros que por ejemplo que se me pasa algo y tal, pues jope, me gustaría que alguien cuidara de mi perrete, ¿sabes? En plan, son nuestros amigos, son nuestra familia. Vamos a ver.
Hey, Inu Shosho? I know. How come this strange man suddenly knows your name? You're waiting for your master to come home, aren't you? Mind if we wait with you? Don't worry, we're not looking to suddenly whisk you away. Look at this. Do you know what it is? As I thought, you remember.
Inu Shosho.
Excellent. It looks like what he needed wasn't for us to take him away, but for... You know, I sometimes did this too, when I first arrived in Inazuma. I just stood on the beach, looking out at the horizon. Everyone has people and events from their past that they look back on fondly. I guess we only grow when we realize that those things aren't coming back. The Shumatsuban is not a peaceful organization, and being a ninja is an extremely dangerous profession. Many of the Shumatsuban's ninjas have paid the ultimate price in the course of carrying out top-secret missions. The Shumatsuban never discloses their identities, and doesn't publicly commemorate them. But at least now, Inu Shosho, you're not the only one in the world who remembers him. From today onward, we will join you in honoring his memory. I think that means deal, right?
Es un trato.
Hey, in the future, let's try and come back here from time to time. When maybe we could build a little kennel for him. In the long term, being out in the cold and wet like this could start to cause joint problems. I could make some winter clothes for him too. In fact, I'd better get started.
Qué bonito. Qué bonito, madre mía, el perrete. Yo lo adoptaba, de verdad, os lo digo. Bueno. Vale, este ya está. Tenemos otro final conseguido, así que vamos a por los que nos faltan. Y bueno, para el siguiente final, en este caso tenemos que volver a cargar ¿Quién tiene hambre? Y ahora, pues como ya sabéis, tenemos que hablar con Thoma, que básicamente se encuentra en la aldea. Así que venir al TP es la opción más sencilla que podemos tomar ahora Por tanto, vamos a venir aquí y supongo que ahora hay que hacerlo de como que nos da miedo los perros o algo así, ¿no? Creo que era. Supongo que esto será el final malo, por así decirlo, de la historia. El final bueno lo acabamos de vivir. Me ha encantado la parte emotiva del perro, ha sido wow. Estoy a punto de llorar, bros. Muy, muy bonito, de verdad. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. ¡Au! Bueno, vamos a ver. Hablamos con Thoma.
Well, that didn't take long. Look at that. Best buds already. Some of the dogs are, well, speaking of ninja dogs, well, after retiring, it's extremely rare to find them on their own in the wild, so it makes me a little concerned.
¿Y por qué no adopta?
Believe me, I wanted to bring it back to the Yashiro Commission. I tried establishing some trust by petting it on. Still, I don't want to...
Quizás lo mejor sería darle algo de tiempo para calmarse.
That's probably a good idea. It was in a very aggressive mood the last time I saw it. I'm worried it might bite you if we try to approach it, though. Let's wait until it's in need before going to its aid. That's probably safer. But back to our other animal friends. Now that the weather's getting colder, I'm wondering whether I should knit some sweaters for these Problem is, most of them don't actually like being touched, so I can't take their measurements very easily.
¿Y si tomamos imágenes de ellos?
That's not a bad idea. We could... See? You're the real fixer here. Let's give it a try.
Vale, yo creo que este final va a ser muy cortito, bro. La guardo, obviamente. Vale.
Well, I think we've got enough photos now. I can't get over how cute they are. They're just adorable, aren't they?
Son súper lindos.
I'll have to think carefully about what kind of sweaters to knit for each of them. The color should be complementary. Well, you know what? Let's buy some yarn from the next store we pass. You know, the first time I came here, there was just one stray dog on its own. I still remember the first time I fed it. It was a rainy day. The Kamisato clan had just introduced a series of new policies, but a few of the more stubborn clan elders were extremely resistant to the changes. I was holding my umbrella, on my way to visit one such gentleman of senior status. The plan was to talk him into supporting the clan's decision. Sadly, he wasn't interested in having a conversation. He didn't even let me in. As soon as he saw me coming, he got his samurai to send me away.
Así que hay situaciones que ni tú puedes resolver.
I mean, I fixed it in the end, of course. It's just that the first few visits didn't go so smoothly. So, anyway, after they turned me away, the weather went from bad to worse. The wind was so strong it rendered my umbrella completely useless. Before long, I was drenched from head to toe. I must have looked like a real mess. I decided to take shelter under a tree and found a stray dog sitting there who had the same idea as me. It saw me and moved a little further in, like it was trying to make room for me. So we sat there together. I shared my onigiri with it, stone cold by this point, but still edible, and we ended up huddling together, waiting for the rain to stop. As far as the big shots are concerned, I'm just an expendable servant boy. I always have to be mindful about what they might want and what I can do for them in return. But when I'm with these little guys and gals, everything's so much simpler. One stone-cold onigiri, and hey, presto! Even when I show up empty-handed, they still come to me. When it comes down to it, I think it's these simple and straightforward connections that I value the most. Sorry. Ended up giving you the unabridged version. Shall we come visit this place again some other time?
Sí, nos vemos.
Great. I'll see you soon.
Vale, hay que esperar al día siguiente, así que como ya sabéis, simplemente venimos aquí. Por cierto, espera, vamos a aprovechar. Tenemos el trofeo este de averiguar la historia de Inazuma con Thoma, ¿vale? Ahí está. Ojo, son protogemas extras. Y ahora ya sabéis, hay que hacer que sean las 8, así que vamos aquí. Hay que hacer doble. Si tiene que ser mañana, hay que hacer doble. Vamos allá. Me encanta cómo pasa el tiempo, cómo se ve, cómo oscurece todo. Está genialmente construido. Y lo que digo, Thoma, la verdad que me ha gustado mucho el encuentro, O sea, es lo que digo. No es un encuentro que tenga mucha acción, ¿vale? Las cosas como son, no le pegamos peras al olmo. Pero aún así, lo que digo, es una historia que habla mucho de él. Nos presenta un poquito a un personaje que me pareció muy interesante la trama y que creo que nos ha dado apenas tiempo. Y bueno, parece que hay que ponerle... Vale. Vamos a ponerles los suéteres.
So sleepy. I had some things I needed to do, so I ended up burning the midnight oil to get the... I wonder if they'll actually suit them, though. Let's start by testing them out on the friendlier ones. This one's for Petal. Oh, and this one's for...
Vale. Buen trabajo.
With any luck, that should see them through the winter. Then, come the spring, a new year will begin. And they'll be free to roam the wilds once again. You know, if you take one day at a time and be kind to the world, good things will come your way eventually. That might sound a bit naive, but I really do believe it. At least, it seems to have worked for me, you know?
Ojo, pues aquí está el final. ¡Ay, qué guay lo de los animales con los suéteres! Muy top. Me ha molado, me ha molado. Pues lo que digo, ya solo nos faltaría uno, así que vamos a buscar el punto en el que toca y vamos a terminar este encuentro con Thoma. Y bueno, aquí estamos con la última parte de los quehaceres del amo, así que en este caso tenemos que venir por aquí. Y ahora supongo que hay que elegir la parte de lo de la calle, ¿no? Vale, vamos a venir al mapa. Ya tenemos casi todos los finales, así que la cosa ha ido bastante bien. Simplemente ahora venimos aquí y cargamos el punto de teletransporte que está en la hacienda Kamisato. Ya sabéis, toca ahora elegir cuando nos toque hacer... Primero la primera elección es lo del exterior y luego hay que elegir la opción de las calles de Ritou. Supongo que ahí está lo último. No parece que vaya a tener muchos desenlaces, así que no espero que sea un final largo, sino más bien cortito, como el que acabamos de ver a los suéteres, así que vamos allá. Todo esto lo podemos pasar. Salgamos a dar una vuelta.
If you like cats, I go there pretty much feeling that. Narukami Island. Back to
vale.
Which one are you feeling?
Prefiero pasear por las calles.
Oh, I know Rito pretty well, so I'll give you the grand tour. Today's a rare day off, so above all, let's enjoy it.
Vale, pues parece que lo siguiente es el tour por Ritou, así que vamos al mapa. Y ya sabéis, tocará movernos a la isla de Ritou. Tenemos el teletransportador al lado, así que vamos allá para por fin dar por terminado el encuentro con Thoma. Que madre mía, qué guapada de encuentro, de verdad, me flipa. O sea, me ha gustado mucho la parte de los animales, ha estado bastante guay. Y lo que digo, no es un encuentro con mucha acción, hay que reconocer las cosas. Pero bueno, hemos tenido mucha acción con lo que ha sido el dominio, con todo lo que hemos ido viendo al principio con esta actualización nueva. Así que un poquito de paz no es malo. Vamos a ver qué pasa ahora.
I haven't been to Rito in a long time, but it feels like the place hasn't changed at all. Then again, a long time for humans is a blink of an eye for the natural environment. Makes me wonder, what is Mondstadt like these days?
¿Echas de menos Mondstadt?
Yeah, I actually grew up there. Later, my father moved back to Inazuma, and then we never heard from him. I wanted to take him some dandelion wine, so I took the boat here from Mondstadt. Unfortunately, we hit a huge storm on the way, which sank the boat. I fell unconscious, but was somehow lucky enough to float the rest of the way to Inazuma, on debris from the wreckage. Oh, I'll spare you the rest for now. Let me take you around. This is a branch of the Chuyu Trading Company based in Liu. They sell ore from that region. I'm guessing you would have seen shops that look like this over there.
Por supuesto.
Ah, hello there. What brings the two of you all the way out to Rito today? Since you're here, you should pick out a special something. We've got some fantastic pieces in at the moment. Like this Noctilucus jade necklace. Or this Core Lapis bracelet. They may not be top tier in terms of ore quality, but the craftsmanship is simply exquisite. Do either of them pique your interest?
Creo que prefiero el brazalete.
I think both suit you very nicely. To heck with it. How often do we get to do this? We'll take them both. But you've got to be fair to us with the price, ma'am. My friend here is actually from Liu.
Oh, really? Well, say no more, Thoma. I wouldn't dream of overcharging. How does this figure look to you?
It looks very reasonable. Deal. Now then, let me take you somewhere else. Back in its heyday, Rito always used to remind me of Mondstadt. Freedom of trade, freedom of culture, and freedom of lifestyle. This is the Sailing Breeze, a purveyor of Mondstadt wines. As it turned out, one of the first things that greeted me here when I arrived wasn't my father, but wine from my hometown. It must be said, though, the wines here aren't quite up to the Dawn Winery standard. Back when my father was still in Mondstadt, he used to talk fondly of the Angel Share. Of course, I was still a kid back then. And now that I'm actually old enough, the opportunity is gone.
La tendrás, no te preocupes.
I hope so. You've been to Mondstadt, right? I assume you've been to the Angel Share? I hear the owner's quite a formidable businessman. Given the chance, I'd love to meet him. When that day comes, we should also grab a drink.
Vale.
Rito's been going downhill ever since the Sakoku decree took effect. The winds of freedom disappeared, and a dark gloom took their place. Ironically, though, it's that same gloom that really allows me to thrive here.
Hi, Thoma. Out shopping with your friend? Can I get you anything today?
Oh, why not? I'll take that toy fox. The Sakoku decree has not been good for business. Merchants have faced hostility at every turn. That's why the International Trade Association got together.
Vale.
Here we are. Bet this takes you back, huh?
Me pregunto cómo le va a Kurisu.
I'm sure he's getting by. He wrote me not long ago, actually, asking me to deal with the situation for one of them. Kurisu works tirelessly to maintain some sort of order within the business world, despite the entire industry being less than ideal. Must be tough for the guy. I hope everything gets back to normal as soon as possible.
Excuse me, Thoma?
Keiichi.
It is you! What a coincidence! I was just about to send someone to deliver a gift to you.
I don't believe we've met. And if there's a gift involved here, I'm not sure I've earned it. Is there something I can do for you?
No, you don't know me, but I've heard of you before. I ran into some trouble a while back, asked Kurisu for some help, and he said you were the one that resolved the situation. If you're on the receiving end of someone's kindness, you can't let it go unacknowledged. So, I tried to pick out something that I thought you might like.
Something you thought I might like?
That's right! So here it is. Some confectionery from Yume no Tenenan, a fine purveyor of Inazuman delicacies. Each one costs a small fortune. I thought this would be the only fitting way to repay someone of your stature. Not to mention that the value of your assistance far outweighs the value of my gift. Do you like it?
I don't know how you did it, but you managed to cater to my taste perfectly. I humbly accept your gift. Keep up the good work in your line of business, and if—
I will! Thanks again, Thoma. I'll leave you in peace now. Have a good day!
You too. Goodbye. Pretty high-energy guy, huh? You want to try? This store is indeed renowned in Inazuma. In fact, demand is so high that it's very difficult to come by their products. They're all handmade by top chefs, and the flavor is as authentic as it gets.
Sabe muy bien.
Great! I'm glad you like it. I'll see about trying to make my own recipe when I get the chance. They're made from a traditional family recipe, though, so replicating them won't be easy. Okay, that about wraps up our nostalgia trip to the International Trade Association. I think we've seen just about everything there is to see in the city. Let's keep heading this way. We don't get to hang out all that often.
Pues nada, vamos a caminar un poquito más.
With the change of seasons, Rito gives me a different feeling each time I come. Maybe it's not entirely to do with the seasons. Anyway, the main point is, I'm happy to be here with—
Vale, que Namo va a venir con nosotros.
I come to this place every time I visit Rito. The view here isn't as spectacular as on Narukami Island. I believe that the Sakoku decree will be repealed one day. and this place will flourish again like it did in the old days. When the winds of freedom finally blow away the gloom, I think I'll have to ask my lady for a long vacation, so I can take a trip back home. Alright, time to call it a day. Let's head back.
Espera un momento.
Not ready to leave yet? Come to think of it, I do have a couple more places I could take you.
Yo también tengo un regalo para ti.
The whole reason I took you out was to thank you for all the help you gave us during the Vision Hunt decree. As long as you enjoyed yourself, that's all I could ask for. You don't have to give me a gift. Really? Oh, my. It's...
Una margarita voladora.
This really... Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I'm a little lost for words. This gift is... invaluable.
No me costó nada.
Oh, I know, but I don't mean its material value. Let me put it this way. The confectionery I received from that merchant earlier thought I helped him out, so it's standard procedure for him to get a gift from me in return. Also, he picked a brand of fancy confectionery that he thought would meet me at my level. If you lend Mora to someone, you can guarantee that any gift you receive in return will have been chosen according to its material value. But the gift you just gave me can't be weighed in the same terms.
Me alegro de que te guste.
Oh, okay. Well, at least take this in return. It's an omamori I always carry with me. Again, nothing expensive. But it can bring the bearer good luck.
Oh?
Seriously, I'm not making that up. My father told me. He gave it to my mom, and she gave it to me just before I came to Inazuma. Who knows? Maybe this omamori was the only reason I survived the storm and made it to Inazuma in the first place. Whatever the truth of it is, I'd like you to have it.
Vale. Omamori de la suerte. Nos ha dado un objeto, ojo, Vamos a guardar. Y bueno, tenemos una Omamori de la suerte que está bastante bien, pero lo importante es que ahora sí que sí. Hemos completado todas las misiones, en este caso del crack. Bueno, aquí tenemos, supongo, lo de haber completado todos los finales. Ahí está, 20 bonitas protogemas. Empezamos un poquito la recolección de recompensas, que siempre es buena. Y ahora venimos aquí a misiones y hacemos más de lo mismo. Venimos aquí, misión legendaria, y aquí lo que vamos a hacer es recompensas del final. Y como podéis ver, las tenemos todas, ¿vale? En total nos han dado ya 20 protogemas por haber completado todas, más las 2 de 5, que son un total de 30. Y aquí hay 60 protogemas más, así que nos quedaríamos con unas 90 protogemas, que está bastante bien. O creo que incluso 100 hemos llegado porque, bueno, nos han dado cosillas, así que está bastante bien. Vamos a ir cogiendo las recompensas, ahí está, primera recompensa, segunda recompensa, voy a pillar primeras de no protogemas. Y ahora las de protogemas. Ahí está. Vale, pues ahora ya solo nos falta desbloquear aquí la de Sayu, que lo que digo la daré para el próximo vídeo. Así que espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, espero que os lo hayáis pasado en grande. Lo que digo, estoy a puntito de subir la experiencia de aventura. Así que vamos a esperar un momentito ahí, madre mía, ya solo me faltan 8.000, unos 9.000 puntitos me faltan, ¿no? Bien, va bien. En nada, nivel 57 de aventura, madre mía, lo que ha costado. Pues nada, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, que lo hayáis pasado en grande. La verdad que el haber podido probar a Thoma, aunque sea un poquito, ha estado bastante guay. Tengo muchas ganas de que llegue, lo que digo, la segunda parte de esta 2.2 para poder conseguir a Thoma. Y bueno, si os ha gustado el vídeo, como siempre, dejad el buen like, suscribiros para estar al tanto de todas las novedades, por favor. Y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.